So the next thing that is extremely important as well is number 6, which is if you are bottlenecked on demand, you need to focus on doing unscalable work. And if you are bottlenecked on supply, you need to systemize things. So I will write here bottleneck and I will explain what do I mean. So bottleneck, right? Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. But so why is this important? You need to know where you are bottlenecked. So why can't you 10x your business right now? Why can't you make 10 times more money than what you are making right now? What's the reason? You need to know what that reason is. And for a lot of people, it's because they are bottlenecked on demand, which means there's not enough people wanting to work with you, join your community, learn about you, join your program, etc., etc. Watch your videos, right? So in that case, you need to focus on doing unscalable work. What this means. So let's say you have a free community, right? Free community on Skool, and you promote it on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook or TikTok or Twitter or wherever, right? So you run ads, right? You are promoting it. And let's say you got 25 members, 50 members. What people do in this situation, they think, oh, now I need to scale it. Now I need to, I have 25 members. Now I need to make sure that I don't spend as much time as possible on them. Now I need to make sure that my time is spent very accurately, right? And I don't waste any time. But what is wrong in my opinion here is that I would focus, if you're bottlenecked on demand, you need to just make sure that you do the exact opposite. That you are giving as much time and attention and energy and support as possible to these few people that you already have to help them get results, to help them get testimonials, to have word of mouth, to ask for referrals, to get great at what you do. So then you can promote it even more. Right? And that also becomes your competitive advantage. Because let's say there's Alex Hormozi, right? And if you join Alex Hormozi's community right now, he obviously just physically can't jump on calls with you every single day for hours and to help you, right? Because he's very busy. I know you're busy too, but for people that are bottlenecked on demand, if you do jump on calls for several hours a day to help this one person and to give them value, yes, it's not scalable, but that's what you do to become so good, so then the demand doesn't become a constraint for you anymore, right? And after you have done it, after you help so many people with unscalable work and they're blown away and they buy something else from you, so now you have the resources to spend more money on getting more demand, hire people, spend money on ads, all this stuff, right? Or if you have a, let's say, job or another occupation, quit it so you can go all in and get more demand, right? That will help you and that will be your competitive advantage. And only after you have a lot of demand, like you are just getting demand every single day, right? And your bottleneck becomes the supply, right? How you deliver the results, the things that you promised, only then I would focus on systemizing it. That is a big mistake I made last year. It was for one of our businesses that was also generating $50,000 a month. My mistake was that one of my business partners were telling me, hey, we need to spend more money on ads, right? We need to get more traffic because your bottleneck isn't the supply. You can supply, right? So we need to spend more, we need to get more people to the door, and then you need to do unscalable work to make sure that they get amazing results. And only after that the supply becomes the bottleneck, then you start thinking about systemizing things, right? So how do you systemize things? Instead of jumping on calls every day, you hire someone to do it for you, or you record a course with the most common questions. And then you put it there, and every single client that joins, you say, hey, please watch this first, and only after that we will book our onboarding call, for example, which will save you tons of time. So then you start systemizing, right? So right now, you can ask yourself, are you bottlenecked on demand, right? You don't have enough demand, or are you bottlenecked on supply? You have so much demand, you have so many clients, your problem is you are stressed, overwhelmed, you need to make sure you want to be able to take care of the existing clients, so then you can onboard new clients, right? So which one is it for you? And if you are bottlenecked on demand, do the unscalable work, right? Jump on calls with people, give free value, because that's how you stand out, right? And people will appreciate it. You can get more help. Again, you can make way more money when you go deep with the people that you already have, and then you can use it to get more demand. So this is very important. And if you are already bottlenecked on demand, and if you are not, I promise you, once you do this, you are gonna be bottlenecked on demand, which is a great problem on supply, which is a great problem to have, right? When you have too many people that you can't work with one-on-one. But once you get here, only then you will start systemizing things, which is very important. Now, a lot of these trainings are available for free with all of the templates, AI tools, private feedback for you to be able to implement in your business. And guess what? It's absolutely free. So if you are interested, the link will be down below in the description and you can apply to join there.